Hello everyone, this is Jimmy Singh, broker, owner of Supermax Realty in London, 647-961-2639. You can reach me at my office 519-933-2559. Welcome to my channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Folks, in today's video, I like to talk about stats, year-end sales snapshot for our London St. Thomas real estate sales reported on our MLS system. So in total, we have 10,964 homes that have traded hand, and that's a record for our real estate board. Average price point though is hovering around $639,745, which if I see a lot of other markets in around GTA is still very, very affordable. Single family homes in past 12 months, they are up 34.5%, and in past 5 years, they are up 167% for the past 5 years. That's amazing return. For townhomes, they are up 51.5% in the past 12 months in 2021. And in past 5 years, townhome prices have risen 203.5%. Wow. Condo apartments in past 12 months have grown 48.9% in London St. Thomas real estate, and their prices are up 153.8%. See folks, when the interest rate becomes higher some point this year and moving forward in 2023, people tend to lean more towards affordable housing, which is condominium and townhomes. So it's just cyclical. Like right now with COVID, everybody wants a single family home, need more breathing space. In summertime, they want some kind of swimming pool or basement apartment or home office to accommodate their growing families. But moving forward, once stringent mortgage rules come in place, interest goes pretty high, we will see the cycle changes to condo demand, apartment demand, townhouse demand in next 2 to 3 years. I can already see in Greater Toronto area, now the condo market has picked up because of the affordability. In Strathroy area, we have seen in December in total 21 sales. Month of inventory is still sitting around 0.3 months supply. And year to date, we have in total 457 sales in Strathroy, Caradoc area, which is just 30 minutes, west of London. If I talk about St. Thomas, which is south of 401, we have in total 59 homes that were sold in December. Month of inventory in St. Thomas is super tight, hovering around 0.2 months of supply. Wow, less than even week and a half. All it takes to sell these houses. Year to date, we have in total 903 sales, which is record for St. Thomas, which is substantially high as compared to 2020 sales. And if I talk about single family sales in London St. Thomas total, in December, we have in total 398 sales. Average month of inventory is sitting around 0.3 months, pointing to a strong seller's market because selling to listing ratio is sitting around 112%, meaning asking to listing ratios, are in favor of sellers again. People are paying more from the listing price. If I talk about condo townhouse in December, we have in total 56 sales reported as per London St. Thomas Realtors Association. Month of supply for townhomes were sitting around 0.1 month supply. Days on the market, 7 days on the market. Year to date, 1,364 condo townhomes were sold year over in 2021. Condo apartments in total, 57 condo apartments were sold in December. Month of supply again is sitting around 0.3 months. days on the market 8, year to date sales in condo sector is 1009. So total activity, if I see in December, 530 homes were sold in London St. Thomas area, and it is strongly sellers market. Even in the first week of December, January 2022, I'm seeing the supply super tight, and my predictions for this year 2022, I can easily see the market grow further, between 9 to 12% in London St. Thomas area, until the government puts some kind of new measures in place. One thing I have noticed is from our listings, since we are based out of London, prices are such right now. If I talk about North London, average 1900 square feet single family double garage is north of 950, some are touching $1 million, and average 2400 houses are 1.3, 1.4, 1.5 million, in that range. My only concern, not concern, I can see the trend moving in future is lot of people who are coming from bigger cities, from Toronto, Greater Toronto area, Brampton, Mississauga, Hamilton, looking for affordable place in London. It might not be as affordable anymore. So moving forward, maybe in a year or two, people won't see any incentive of them, leaving a bigger market where there's bigger pool of jobs, moving to London, since the price point difference is not much. Yes, the prices have risen in Brampton, Mississauga, but still again, if average price is like past $1 million, people have to see, they still have to travel 2-3 hours one way from a bigger city moving to London. But yes, London has tremendous opportunities, beautiful city, I love it. But again, that is something we can see. So, down the line, there might be some decline of interest from the investors. Now, let's talk about the risk and opportunities. Opportunities, again, as I said, in this area, this year, average townhouse, in my opinion, in a good location, north or south, is north of 700,000, a freehold townhouse. That is a good, long-term investment if you're doing 35% down. 20% down investments won't cut it, because you will be out of your cash. Yes, interests are historically low, but who knows? The biggest risk I see in the market in London St. Thomas is from dear investors. I love working with investors, but at the same time, all it takes is few government changes. For example, this is election year, maybe provincial elections, and then government might say, hey, investor, you can't do 20%. You have to do 35 or 40% down. Now, what do you do, right? Because a lot of people, they got lucky in last 7-8 years. The market have appreciated. They took big line of credit, put the down payment, and buy a bunch of properties, deposit here, everywhere, right? And then they said, hey, we can assign it. We don't need mortgage. What if the government says, hey, you can't assign it, or the builder suddenly don't allow you at closing for assignment? Then if you can't qualify mortgage, you have to go to private lending, which might be pricey. You might pay 7%, 8%, 9% interest, plus 1 or 2% lender and broker fee as well, right? So the risk is there, because no amount of demand can satisfy the investors. They are seeing easy money, 100,000, 150, 200 in a year or two. Why would anybody work? I don't blame them. If the money, you just put 3 deposits, 40, 50, 50, and suddenly you make 300,000, why would you work? So all money in pandemic is flowing to the real estate. And that is the biggest concern and challenge I see in the marketplace. I see the first time buyers getting crushed. They can't touch anything. How can you outbid an investor? So let's say for Fanshawe College area, I have an investor, and then there is another person, first time buyer. The bank says you can only borrow 600 to the first time buyer. An investor says, I don't care, I have a line of credit, I can outbid. He can put 650,000 offer, still get accepted. No comparables, no problem, right? So these are all the biggest market risk I can see in the marketplace. At the end, nobody can predict what's going to happen. All it takes government, few policies. They might say, hey, investor, any profit you make is not a capital gain. Maybe 50% is exempt. So whatever you make, 50% you keep, 50% is taxed at your income. But what if the government says if you own a property for less than 1 year or you're flipping it, now 100% money is taxable. You make 100 grand and bam, they slap you with HST, they slap you with tax, and 50,000 is out of the window. Now you borrowed your money from line of credit and pay the interest for 3 years. Half of the profit, Mr. Government takes it. Half of the profit, you have to pay other frictional cost, real estate fee, lawyer fee, land transfer tax. I wonder how much money then you make, right? So that is the biggest tax. Government is watching, CR is watching. All it needs is a bunch of letters to the builders inquiring about people who bought in last 2 years, their names, how many people assign, and then that is biggest risk. So folks, I'm a big believer and a follower of Warren Buffett, world's richest man. He said you should invest irrespective the market goes up and down. You should believe in the product, see what kind of yield you're getting. Even the stock don't go up in the market, your dividends or yield should sustain you. This is what I do. For the last 17 years, I'm an investor myself. I save money, put in real estate. I don't care for the market. If the market is flat for next 20 years, you say, Jimmy, the market is flat. It's not growing. No problem. Interest is cheap. I'm going to build equity by paying off my principal. But I'm not putting, market in risk. So guys, be mindful. We all get lucky in this good, hot run in last few years. We are at the peak cycle. It might last 1 year, 2 years, maybe who knows, 5 years. But eventually the cycle will change. So I just want to make sure nobody get caught and we don't hurt the economy and future prospect for our first time buyers. And lot of immigrants, government is bringing 410,000 immigrants plus 500,000 of international students. So those people will be very challenged entering the real estate market. If an average townhouse right now in Mississauga, Brampton, $1.2 million. That's a lot of money. Anyways, I hope you like the video. I wish you success, lot of blessings to your family. Talk to you soon. This is Jimmy Singh, broker, owner of Supermax Realty in London. By any chance, if you're looking to buy, sell real estate in London, St. Thomas area, looking for a local experienced agent, give our team Supermax a call. You can call my office 519-933-2559. Visit my website supermaxrealty.ca. Thank you all. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions concerned about our crazy real estate market, you can leave a comment at my channel, Real Estate Edge with Jimmy Singh. Talk to you soon.